like you said, get your money's worth and all that. So, going back to the Red Sox this year, I know you're an analyst for Destin. How involved? Like, do you hear rumors from the team? Like, basically, what I'm getting at is, do you have any insight on Juan Soto?
Mm.
I figured you thought it was coming.
I do, but at the same time, it behooves me not to fully, let the cat out of the bag, so to speak.
Yeah, you don't have to divulge.
But I do know the Red Sox are involved. The Red Sox are involved, and they are making an attempt to get him. Very much so, more than you would think.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's really good to hear, because it seems like after the Mookie Betts trade, it kind of.
And if they don't get him, they have their eyes set on other big name guys. So it's not the end of the world either.
That's really good to hear. I'm super psyched to hear all that. Yeah. So how's life after playing? I know you've been retired for a couple of years now.
I love what I'm doing, man. I do. I love doing Red Sox games. Now I only do 40 or 50 games a year, but I watch every single game.
Right.
And I take it very, very seriously. And I take the Red Sox organization very seriously ever since, I was inducted to the Hall of Fame with the Red Sox. I feel a need to make sure that this organization I stay a part of, and I stay a part of a winning organization that goes out there, and whether it's my business, I run a business, or whether it's the Red Sox business, or whether it's John Henry's 16, you have to run that business and be competitive and compete on a daily basis. I don't care what business you're in. So that's what I want to be a part of. And that's what I signed up for, and I believe that is the direction the Red Sox organization is headed.
Love it. There are a lot of teams now that are seriously penny pinching, and feel like the owners are making these big. I'm not saying the Red Sox are doing it, but some of these other teams who seem like they're never going to spend for a big free agent. The owners are making gobs of money. How do you feel about all that kind of stuff?
Dodgers deferring till 2050.
John Henry feels number one, and I'll tell you right now, John Henry is one of the most competitive men you'll ever meet, and the Red Sox organization is at the top of his list, and it is one of the most successful. Fenway Sports Group is the sought after group. So he's doing great with the Red Sox. Now, does that mean he's winning with the Red Sox? No, he's still got a damn good business. But John Henry wants to win, and so he realizes now that it is time. He sees with other organizations deferring money, doing different things to compete, just like Theo had to do in 04 to compete and win in 04. It's cyclical. So, we're 10, 20 years later, 25 years later, it all comes back, just like fashion, baby.
Love it. How do you feel about the transition from Dombrowski to Bloom, and then now to Breslow?
Bloom was the hiccup there to me. They went with the guy from Tampa Bay that they thought had all the answers. It was a new innovative guy, and it didn't turn out. Farm system was okay, but at the end of the day, he didn't win. And when you don't win, it don't fly. And Alex Cora knows that. Everybody knows that. And John Henry knows that. And like I said, he wants to win. He's tired of playing second fiddle. Trust me. This is what happens in business. Like, I don't want to be set. No. Like, this man wants to win. And so, I'm excited to be a part of that through Neston and broadcasting games and commentating pregame and postgame, and like I said, my heart is in with this Red Sox organization, but I also understand the business.
Yeah, I totally think that's where a lot of Red Sox fans that I interact with are where their minds are. After seeing Dombrowski sign all these people, win a World Series in 18, and then sad to see. I was sad to see Dombrowski go, and then all the good things he's doing over there in Philly. But Breslow's in now. Like you said, and we all know the Red Sox are in on Juan Soto, and where do you think the Red Sox go next season with a Juan Soto in their lineup? Like instant World Series contenders?
There's no question about
There's
it.
no way.
Perennial World Series.
Come on, John.
But also, too, do you have to overpay for that? And
it's a tough division.
Put that into your equation. And John Henry's going to do that. And at what price do you get out? And then you go seek advantages elsewhere. But
having a plan B.
I think by Monday we'll have that. Everybody will have figured that out.
I've also heard that Soto probably wants to sign before the the winter meetings and everything, and then all the plan Bs can shake out. So I think a lot of people,
Let me tell you something about Plan B. Plan B is Plan B for a reason, right? Yeah. You don't worry about Plan B until Plan A fails. You worry about Plan A right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're going. You always got a Plan B, but right now it's all about Plan A.
You are absolutely right. So we hope that we definitely want to see Juan Soto. We know what he can do. We definitely want to see him in a Red Sox uniform for the next decade and a half. Hey sir, if you don't mind, could I bring in someone who has a little?
Bring him in.
All right. Let me get Blake. If you're here, I'm gonna bring you in. Appreciate you taking the time again. Blake commented. Blake's a
Braves fan.
Hell yeah.
He's a Braves fan. I don't know why I can't get him in here right now. Oh, there he is. Hey, Blake.
How you guys doing? I honestly hate that I'm the first question. I really, really do. Mr. Papelbon, honored to speak with you, sir. I grew up a Braves fan, and so obviously when I grew up, you were a dominant closer for the Philadelphia Phillies. And huge respect to that organization. I'm sure you still have some roots there. They've kicked Atlanta's ass the last couple of years when it's mattered most. But I do have to say, I've gone to a lot of Braves games over my life, and I've become a huge baseball fan in general. But one of my first fond memories that I've ever had at the ballpark, unfortunately for you, was Chipper Jones's last homer, which was a 3-run walk-off against you guys.
Man, I'm so glad I could create that memory for you, bud. Chipper's a great friend of mine, too, and he has that ball literally on his mantle.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
Last home run in the big leagues, off Jonathan Papelbon. Yeah, so, but Chipper's a great guy. Funny story behind that. He ragged me for a pretty good bit after that through mutual friends himself.
Were you in that whole inning? Because I know it was 7-3 entering that night.
I'm not real sure, man. I'm not real sure. We had rookie night the night before, and we were out all night drinking moonshine. I'm not really sure.
Gotcha. Well, I appreciate it.
Thanks, Blake. We have two others that are requesting to speak. See if we can bring them up. Wretched White Sox fan. Get you in here. Hey, man, what's up? Gotta hit that unmute if you want to. Yep, go for it. I don't know if you got to know to unmute. Harrison here has requested to speak. Red Sox fan. Let's add him in here. Hey, Harrison, you there? Oh, yep, I hear you now. You're on.
Hello, Mr. Papelbon. How you doing?
What's up, buddy?
First of all, big Red Sox fan, by the way. Huge Red Sox fan because of my grandfather. So.
Hell yeah.
What is it like? So I went to Boston like last year, and it was amazing. The atmosphere was amazing. The fans were amazing. What is it like? Let me ask you like a serious question. What is like the difference between like, because you were with the Phillies and the Nats and the Red Sox. What is like the difference between those three teams that you played with in your career?
The Phillies fans are the same. They're just a lot more aggressive than the Red Sox fans. Same passion. And then the Nats fans are mostly blue collar fans that, you know, they know baseball, but they're more there because they're on vacation and they're vacationing in the DC area, you know. So I don't know, man. The Red Sox fans to me have always been the best.
Okay. Awesome. I was not paying attention, so like, I mean, I wish I brought more questions with you, Mr. Papelbon, but
It's all good, man. It's all good, brother. Nice to meet you. You too, man. We got time for one more?
Thanks, Harrison. Yep, I think Reg, White Sox guy's here.
Okay, yeah, man. One more, and then I've got to run. Okay.
All right, absolutely.
Hey,
What's up, buddy?
Hey, how's it going? Thank you for the microphone. Hey, watching you play, I appreciate the grit and the will to win. I think from fans, that's a fair expectation from players. You certainly displayed that. My question though is, what is it that you think that fans miss? You know, being a baseball player, it is a job. I think that a lot of fans don't quite grasp that concept. But is there anything that you think that you wish fans knew about being a player that they miss?
Well, you know, from a fan's perspective, now that I'm out of the game, right? All you want to see is somebody that goes out there and, like, if you sign a 5-year deal, right? You know what the fuck you signed up for, right? Like I need you for 5 years. I don't need you healthy for 2 years, then you can't get on the field for 1, then you get on the field for I don't need any of that, right? Like, you should know what you signed up for. And I feel like today's game, they rest guys a little bit more, but it's all part. Starters can't go 7 innings anymore. So to me, all I want to see is a player that goes out there and gives it everything he got, because that's what he signed up for, right? Like, I signed up to play 162 games a year, and as a closer, I signed up to be ready to pitch in 162 games, regardless. And so, you know, the game's changed a little bit, but I think that the fans don't see that as much as they do to today's game.
All right. Well, I appreciate that. Hey, Mr. Papelbon, I know you're getting ready to leave. I just wanted to say one more time, thank you so much for coming out. I honestly did not expect you to respond to me. So I definitely appreciate that. All-time Red Sox saves, all-time Philly saves leader. It's an absolute honor to have you in here, and I just can't say thank you enough.
Okay, man, I appreciate it. Thank you for your service. Y'all have a great weekend.
All right, hope you have a good one too. Thank you. All right, everyone, that was Jonathan Papelbon, who was so gracious to grant us with his presence for the time he had. If anyone wants to come up to the mic and talk about anything, I'll fire you on up. What's up, Blake?
I just want to say breaking news from Jeff Passan about a minute ago. Shane Bieber is going back to Cleveland on a 1-year, $14 million contract that includes a $16 million player option for 2020.
And guys, thanks also Harrison and White Sox fans for your questions. being respectful in your questions and everything, and I appreciate that. Fire Hill, welcome. What do you got for us?
What's up? I just wanted to ask you, 'cause I'm a Braves fan, and I've been very concerned about there's been people coming around saying that Ozzy might get traded, and I've had two other people tell me, and there's inside sources apparently. Um, what do you think it would be smart to trade Ozzy? Because I really don't think it would be smart.
Well, I'll give you my 2 cents, and then I'll let Blake take this one. He's the Braves expert in the room. I like Ozzy. Seems like a good dude, and I would want to see him traded, but I'll defer to Blake.
Well, I appreciate you referring to me as a Braves expert because most of Braves Twitter is otherwise. But I think you and I actually talked about this in the other chat, Fire. I definitely don't think he's untouchable like he once was just because of his player options. Creeping up on us in a couple of years. He's been injured a lot in the last couple of years. But I think he's, the longest tenured guy in the Braves clubhouse
And
right now.
yeah, that's what worries me. It's like, and I keep telling people too, like, what many second basemen are better than Ozzy?
Especially for $5 million.
Yeah.
I definitely think he can be a little overrated year to year, but being the money we're paying him, I think his defensive progression and how rapid it happened last year is definitely cause for concern, especially if they open up the checkbook for Willie Adames, which I personally don't think is happening, but if it were to, Willie Adames probably shifts to shortstop or second base in like 3 or 4 years anyways. So I don't think he's traded this offseason, but I definitely think it's something that could happen in the next coming years if we continue to come up short in winning a second ring.
Yeah, and I get it. It's just Ozzy's always been my second favorite player on the Braves. It would hurt to see him go. He, but I get it. You're not going to want to trade anybody else really in that lineup, and teams are going to be asking for a hitter, and who are you going to give up? I mean, you got to give up. There isn't anybody else that's worth shoving out there.
Yeah, you can't fool many more teams for Chris Sale.
Or like everybody else in that lineup is a little bit more valuable than Ozzy. It's just that second base position isn't as valuable as every other position. I mean, you see a great second baseman is a 270, 280 hitter. I mean,
and he's a stolen baseman, with the rule changes. So we'll see, of course.
Harrison, you got something for us?
Yeah. You guys hear me okay?
Yep, gotcha.
As a Red Sox fan, I know that the number one thing right now is Juan Soto right now, but like if we don't get Soto or like a Garrett Crochet, what else does the Red Sox do? We really need him right there back. I won't mind bringing back T.O., but I don't know if T.O. might be coming back or not. He would be really happy to come back, but I don't know. There's a lot of options up the field for the Red Sox because we're actually in the Juan Soto suites. So,
what about stealing Teoscar Hernandez away from the Dodgers? People love that.
They said he's probably gonna go back to the Dodgers.
I always thought Teoscar was gonna get his World Series and then dip. I don't know though.
He kind of just feels like a Dodger to me, right? I feel like we hear that the Dodgers are still in on Juan Soto, which I don't see it. But clearly, if Juan Soto goes to the Dodgers, then Teoscar's probably not going to right? But I feel like the Dodgers are just waiting to see where Juan Soto signs. And then after that, we'll probably see Teoscar